Once again, A-Dry, the absolute kind-hearted person he is, has sent us a content creator box, this time for Frostfall, compared to last time where he sent it for us for base set. Back when I opened the base set box, I did not know a thing about Elestrals. It kind of was a blind reaction in a way, kind of learning things as I was going. Now I'm a lot more experienced with it, and this will not actually be the first Frostfall I have opened. I'm currently working on a full collection binder right now for Frostfall. A lot of this, the Frost stuff is currently in a more Frost deck that I built. But the idea is that hopefully we can just completely fill this up with at least a playset of every card in the set and hopefully not hit any issues. We've actually already hit most of the big things that we wanted to hit from the set, realistically. Main things I'm looking for currently are like additional copies of Lavalith is a big thing because I only have one. And beyond that, just fun things. We're really wanting to get a couple Stellars. So with that said, I have already opened the creator box just to kind of see what's all in it, but I haven't opened any of the product. So kind of going over it, we got 2 whole boxes of Frostfall that we're going to get to open, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, 2 whole sealed boxes. Absolutely awesome. We also get 1 of each of the starter decks, the Imperawatt and the Cryo Scorch. Really happy about these because I actually do not have enough Frost Spirits to make up my deck currently, so that'll absolutely bridge that gap. Plus it'll give us Keones for the binder. 1 of each of the currently available Shattered Stars. I know I say that as I believe the Earth ones are currently being sent out, so that is obviously going to change. It's obviously going to change here pretty soon. This is not the up-to-date Shattered Stars, but I'm still very excited to get a couple cracks at those. We also got 1 of each of the online purchase promos. So if you order above a certain amount in the online store, you get these promos. I believe it's a Bombersa and Morfrost Lycan, if I'm not mistaken, both of which are stellars for this, which I'm really excited for. And then lastly, we've got a couple of blisters here. We've got 2 Flurmine blisters, which gives us some stellar Flurmines, which are pretty cool here. And then also we've got 1 each of the Platypulse and the Frigicub blisters, which pretty excited for those too. All in all, we've got a lot of wonderful products to open, and I'm hoping that we can get at least 1 serialized stellar through this. We're going to kind of get things moving. With that said, let's start with the Imperawatt one, because we actually do need Imperawatts for our binder, because I think we only pulled 2 out of all of the... We've opened 2 boxes worth of Frostfall already, but we've only gotten 2 Imperawatts. So with that said, let's go ahead and get this. As per usual, we get a nice new spin down. This one's Frost. I'm assuming we probably get 1 from the Cryo Scorch one as well. Got 3 booster packs. We'll put those off to the side here, and our good old how to play guide, and the starter deck. Prage is in chat. Hope we get the. I get it. It's safe, and no serialized stellar. Still, though, this is pretty awesome, all things considered. Gives you a good baseline to kind of get into it. More Strabbits are always nice, because you need those in basically every deck right now. More Nectars, more Ambrosias, more Restings. That's actually pretty big, so we're going to set those aside because we need those. Yeah, we have Keones, which I need those for the binder too. Yeah, we just... Divine Blessing we actually need in the binder. And then... a bunch of the spirits, which I'm also going to set those aside because I really need to fill out my spirit counts for this thing. With that said, though, the other thing we need to pull aside is the Imperawatt, because I do like that. Hollow on it. It's pretty nice. I think for the rest of these, we actually we need Rycerage as well for the binder. Oh, actually, we got our full playset. That's wonderful. All in all, some pretty great reprints in here. Shield of Achilles is an absolute staple. card right now, so that's pretty good. So let's start up with these booster packs for it. Flip them up. Vipero, Exalt, Flare. Okay, so that's our rare. Okay. Not super great for our first thing. I don't remember if we're good on Exalt Flares, but I'll triple check it later. In the meantime, I'll pull it aside. Flip up pack number 2. Arcturus is our rare. Yeah, I'll like Exalt Flare is a good rare, but it we've got most of the rares already. Full play sets of the non-holo rares, I should say. I am also going to pull aside the Vipero and the Lycoris, because once again I am going to need those. And any kind of luck here, we got a Moss Station. That actually is pretty awesome. We did need that for the binder, so great. That's a great pull to get here. Okay, moving on. I think we're going to go straight into doing the Cryo Scorch one. Still, getting any kind of a holo out of those packs is good, but I'm hoping to get like one of those busted ratios one pulls that we been seeing everywhere. Because I don't know if you guys know, but the starter decks have a seriously higher ratio of foil. We got ourselves another Frost spin down, always nice to see. We will get the Stellar Cryoling, you just gotta believe. And nope, okay. Well, a man can hope. All in all though, once again, we're getting a lot more of the base Frost stuff, but we've got a lot more fire stuff. Actually, I need the Co-Magmas. I do know I am short on Co-Magmas. Let's see here. Like Narpoon, I'm gonna poon. See here, we got more Keones, which is awesome. Let's see here, Eruption is one of my favorites. Gorgon's Gaze, absolute staple of the game right now. Great card to have. Chains of Prometheus, also absolutely insane card right here. It's basically a counter to counter runes, which is really good for fire decks. And then once again, lots of spirits, which we do actually really like to see right now. And with that, we've got 3 of the starter deck packs up, hoping for something big. We got a Vertilith. That's actually pretty solid. Not the best of the liths, but we did actually need a copy, so glad to see it. Good old Vertilith. Can be cast. It can be normal cast with 2 earths if the opponent has 4 more spirits in their spirit deck than you. So basically, if they are up on life, you can cast it for free, or not for free, but you can normal cast it at 2 rather than at 1. And then when you cast them, you can return up to 4 earths from your underworld back to your spirit deck. So you can cast them when you're behind, and it refills your life, which is pretty solid. Still, Vertilith that's a great hit to get out of the starter decks for sure. All right, pack number 2 from Cryo Scorch. We got a Ricer Ridge out of that one, and I know we actually are full on our playset for Ricer Ridge now. We'll still pull it aside. We'll pull aside all of the rares, because I'm pretty sure the only things missing out of our thing now are rares and holos. All right, pack number 3, and we got a Flammoth. This is actually my 4th Flammoth. Still absolutely great. 3 spirit, 2 wind, 1 fire, gets an attack for every enchanting wind on the field. When the player activates a rune, you can expend 2 fire to negate it and destroy it once per turn, which is pretty cool. I like to basically say that he is effectively Shien, but it does still take a little bit to get to him. As much as I do like, what is it? Siracoon? Is that the new fire cocoon? Siracoon. As much as I do like the concept of Siracoon, or Charcoon, Siracoon's the original. As much as I do like Charcoon, its effect to ascend in, it can only be done during your draw phase, so it's pretty slow. You have to get it to survive a combat. Not really super viable, unfortunately, though I do really like it. Oh, literally it's the next card in the pack. I could have just kept going in the pack. But yeah, aside from that, pretty standard. But yeah, we got 3 holo hits out of the starter decks. I will say that's definitely good odds. You know, let's go ahead and do the Shattered Stars. I kind of want to see if we can get anything to kind of complement some of our previous pulls that we've gotten with Shattered Stars. Also, so we can kind of maybe start buffing out some play sets. So for those of you who don't know, Shattered Stars currently is a subscription-based service for Elestrals, where every month they'll send you a certain number of packs that you pre-purchase at that point for a discount, or you can purchase more at a later time directly from their website. But the most of the cards are the same throughout the set. You get the same cards in every single pack. Like, you'll always get a Hydrake, always get an Aeromare and a Glightsteel and an Exaltair from the Wind. However, the one card that is different every time is your holo. So in this case, we got a holo copy of Tornado. Target an opponent's rune, return it to hand. We actually did not have this because we got the holo Lycoris last time, so that's pretty awesome to see. But like, the idea there is that your holo is different every time. It's either like one of the, like, a specific rune to that element. Sometimes it's a staple rune. Sometimes it's a stained glass version of like that element's big boss monster, like the new Earth Shattered Stars that just that's coming out here. The main holo, the main stained glass Elestral there is Viserys, who is the big Earth Elestral that everyone uses for their Earthbeat decks. Absolutely insane card. But for these, we are guaranteed to get a holo out of each of these Shattered Stars, which is pretty cool. So we got another one of the Alt-Art Toxions, which actually I like. And we got a Shield of Achilles holo. That is so pretty. Shield of Achilles right now is one of the absolute staples of the rune lines. Basically, for one spirit, you can expend spirits up to a Elestral's enchantment cost. When they attack, to bounce it back to hand. It's one of the better combat tricks right now. Really good for taking out an Elestral that has been over enchanted specifically. So really happy to see that. Moving on, so the Frost one, I have actually never opened any of these Frost Shatter Stars, so I am very excited to see what we've got here. We've got a Cryoling, which is pretty cool. Another Cryoling. Oh, so we have 2 Alt-Art Cryolings. That's pretty awesome. We've got ourselves a Snow Waddle. Another Alt-Art Snow Waddle. That's pretty cool. We got a Terraform Morfrost. Unfortunately, just not a great card for the Morfrost deck. Literally, the other 3 Morfrosts are better than it. But I do actually need to pull that aside because I do need it for the binder. And Drops of Lethe. This is not the holo I was hoping to get, but still pretty cool to see. And then we got ourselves a Full Art Flormine, which I do really think is cool. And then lastly is the latest Shattered Stars before the Earth one that's coming out, which is the Water Shattered Stars. Big hits here. The main one is Tsunami. Is printed as a holo in this, and Tsunami is currently played in every single meta deck. So hoping to see that. We got ourselves a Sluggle. Oh, sorry. I just realized I'm not even opening this on the camera here. We got ourselves a Tortuga, a Narpoon, Caprigal, Bubballoon. Ooh, and a Stained Glass Majesty. I wish Majesty was better because this card is so beautiful. Oh, I absolutely would play this if Majesty was actually playable. But Lockagon is playable, so hopefully we'll see water decks kind of rise up here soon. Let's go ahead and keep the holo train going. I think we're going to go ahead and just open our promos for these. So we got ourselves a holo Abomersa, for Happy Holidays of 2023. Pretty cool. A Bombersa currently is like one of the main payoffs of playing the bear deck, which is a Frost Fire combo deck, because those are the only elements that have bears currently. A Bombersa gets extra attack for every other bear on the board. For our other promo, we've got ourselves a Stellar Orfrost Lichen form. Not a serialized Stellar, but still a really cool one to get. I have a Abominable form Stellar Morfrost. Currently, actually, Caleb.exe has it for me. But I do have that coming. So hopefully I can eventually get together a play set for that. Let's move on to the blisters here. Better look at that Flurmine. I do absolutely love it. Absolutely beautiful card here. I'm hoping Frigicup is good sometime in the future because I need him to be. Closer look at the Platypulse. There we go. Basically, okay. Long and short of it, it's basically a like an attack drain for any non-electric enchanted Elestral in the field, and it can't drop by more than 4. All right, moving into the packs. Hopefully our blisters have some solid luck in them. Got ourselves a Pyro and Chains of Prometheus Hollow. This is our 7th one. I'm not kidding. Our first couple boxes had 3 Chains of Prometheus each, so it's kind of insane that we are pulling yet another Chains. That's funny. We got a lot of good kind of standard cards beyond that. So on to pack number 2 of our blisters. Here got Terratlas and a Morfrost Terror form. That's nice just because we needed one for the binder, but not so nice in that it is the worst of the Morfrosts, unfortunately. Kind of sad on that, but it's okay. Still pretty good. Race to the Top's a great card to pull here. Absolutely incredible card for Thunder Nexus. And if you ask around, a lot of people are currently saying Thunder Nexus may actually be tier 0, but we do not have enough results to kind of show that yet. Let's see here. Next up, we got another Chains of Prometheus. Oh my gosh, this makes it my 8th. I don't know what it is about Chains, but it knows how to find me. We'll start up the next line. Beyond that, pretty standard pack. And then last for the blisters. Hope for some good luck on this. We've got Leviathan and an Eyewoolly. Okay, fair enough. I do know that I need Eyewoolly for the binder because I actually did not pull enough copies of it, so I'll set that aside. All right, and with that said, we are on to the boxes. I am actually going to go ahead and get both of these boxes opened up, get all the packs down, and kind of shuffle them up a little bit so that we can get a real good mix of what specifically where any of the hollows are going to be, because for those of you who don't know, Elestrals boxes currently have a little bit of a mapping issue to where all the big hollows are up at the top, save for the save for your full art and potentially any stellars. I think I'm not sure on the stellars one, but currently they are very easy to map. So for a little bit of suspense, we are going to shuffle up the packs a little bit so that we don't know where the hollows are going to be. Going to make it more interesting for everyone watching. We've got 72 packs to kind of go through, so let's get cracking. Flammoth, but as a hit right out the gate. Once again, not the most exciting hit for me personally, just because I do already have a full set of the moths. but still, it's a holo. It's a good hit. We got a Caperfume. That's actually the first one we've gotten of Caperfume. So very happy to see that specifically. I do know we're going to need that for the binder, so I'm going to pull that aside. I'm just going to start pulling aside all of the rares and the spirits so that we can potentially fill out our blank spaces. Atlantis, Nimbug. Okay, so it's going to be near the back here. Co-Magma. I think we have our playset of Co-Magmas still. Doesn't hurt. Once again, big things we are looking for. The main holo we're searching for is Lavalith. We still need 2 copies of it. So I would be very, very happy with a Lavalith. Yes, spoke it into freaking existence, I guess. That is incredible. So for those of y'all who do not know, Lavalith is heavily considered to be the best holo currently in Frostfall. He can be cast with 2 fire if the opponent has 2 more enchanting spirits than you. So basically he can be cast with 2 spirits, so your normal cast for the turn, but when he's summoned he pops a rune. So the big idea though is that he's a 6 attack body that MSTs something on summon if you are behind on spirits on board, and that is really, really useful. Very happy to see that. Glad we got a Lavalith. We still need 1 more though to have our full play set. Let's see here, coming down, we got another Moss Station. I do actually think that we needed 1 more, so I'm very happy to see that. Yeah, so Moss Station gets an additional 2 attack for every earth on it, but if it attacks, its goblin attack forces itself. It puts itself in defense. Moving in, we got a non-holo Cryo Scorch, which we'll pull that and the Tetratrals aside. Beyond that, kind of standard beyond standard pack past that. Tetratrals, we got a Gigaflora, which I think I did actually need, so very happy to see that. And for those of y'all who don't know, Moorfrost is like an actually pretty solid deck, not by playing Terraform, which I think is the way they want you to play it, but instead at using Moorfrost kind of as a frost engine of sorts, discarding, getting spirits into the grave, getting your Moorfrost up very fast, and Lycan Form is one of the best ways to do that, because you can discard it and expend a frost in order to search for any 2 non-Lycan Form Moorfrosts from your deck. Really useful there because it gets your engine going very fast. Let's see. Cryoling and Cryovern are also really good for Frost right now, which I'm happy to see those. But we did get those also in the get those back in the starter. We also got a Dracodoodle as our rare for this pack. I'm really hoping we see a Stellar here. We got a Leviathan and Poison Nectar. I do actually already have a full set of that, but I will still set it aside. Seeing if there's any other things I want to talk about as we're going through some of these, but for the most part we're going to see a lot of the same cards. Something I realized with my first couple box openings is that any of the uncommons, you will get pretty much all of them after 1 box, because there's not as many uncommons as there are commons, but there's a set number of uncommon slots, so you're basically guaranteed to see them over the course of a box. We got ourselves an Frostix. That's actually really a sick hit because we only had 1 in the binder. Glad to see that. I will say these packs are very thick, very kind of difficult to get into at first. Oki, Rhyceros, Glaciaria. That's a pretty good hit. And then by Pyro. Glaciaria is the big Papa Bear of the Bears deck right now. Does piercing damage, so it'll still do spirit damage even if it attacks into a defense monster. And then if it attacks something, you can suppress it. 14 attack, basically it's guaranteed to win any kind of combat. But all in all, it's kind of hard to get out, but if you can get it out, you basically are winning any combat. You know, save for counter runes. Okay, so it looks like our rare is going to be after the spirit, and we've got another Glaciersa. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Back-to-back Glaciersas, not too bad. All right. Got a couple of really good things in here. Abominable Form, that's our rare for the set, and shockingly really difficult to get a hold of. So Abominable Form is your main payoff for playing the Morfrost engine. He gains 1 attack for every Morfrost that's in your discard, and you can disenchant a Frost off of him to special cast one of your Morfrost that's in discard. So the basic idea there is cast your Morfrost on top of an already enchanted Frost Elestral. Then you will pitch off the extra Frost you put on it to bring back a Morfrost. Just kind of as an easy way to get him onto the board while also filling up your discard with more Morfrosts, which in turn can let you actually trigger some other things. I do not know why I'm sleeping him. He is not a hollow. He's just a standard rare. All right. And we've got ourselves a Divine Blessing hollow as our hit here. This actually fills out my Divine Blessing playset actually, because we've got the non-hollow one from the starter deck, so that's pretty nice to see. Packs upside down, and let's see, it's Imperowatt. Okay, fair enough. We did just finish out our Imperowatt set with the starter deck hollow, so unfortunately not super useful, but still pretty good hit. We should still have one more hollow in this side of the box, and also we are still looking for our full art and whatnot. So we'll see here. Aeolia, Boris, Bubbaloo, Cynector. Indus Form is the other Morfrost that's pretty good. We'll talk about him in a second here. Frigicup, Neandersloth, Exalt Flare. Okay, so Exalt Flare is our rare for this. So, Indus Form. When you cast him, you can send 2 Morfrost from your deck. You can expend a Frost to dump 2 Morfrost from deck to grave. Pretty useful in that regard. And then when he dies, he actually pops a rune on the board, which is, you know, pretty solid in and of itself. But the main thing is that people don't really like to run over Indus Form because they don't want to lose their runes. So what you do is you put up Indus Form, you set up your discard. If they attack over it, great. You clear out a rune, and then you go into Abominable Form next turn with +3 attack already. But if they don't clear him out, what you can do is enchant over him to make Abominable Form, and then using that spirit with Abominable Form, bring back the Indus, and then dump 2 more Frost, which then loads up your grave with more Frost even more, making your Abominable Form even more powerful. It's a really useful card in that regard. It has a really solid deterrence factor, and it's built into its card design that I actually really appreciate. I've got Find Us, Charcoon, Scepter, and okay, there is our Hollow Spirit for this run. We got a Zaptor. Pretty cool. I think this is actually different from my other. We'll see what our Hollow Spirit count is by the end of this, because you get 1 per box. So we were guaranteed this. We also are guaranteed 1 more. All right. Catarant, Atlantis, Abomersa, Cryoling, Volcanic Forge, Riceros, Parasail, and Circle the Sky Hollow. Unfortunately, we do already have a full playset of Circle the Sky, and on top of that, it was in base set. So I definitely did not need to see another one of those. I think that makes it my 7th hollow Circle the Sky. So but it's okay. It's still a good hit, all in all. I hear Circle the Sky is potentially making a comeback, but we'll see. It's not as good as some of the other. Ooh, there we go. Our full art for this side of the box is Flammomoth. To add to the 5 Flammomoths we already had. but still a great card to see. I'm glad we got to see our full art. It's a pretty card too. All right. I was going to say, I'm fairly certain we've already burned through all of our hollows on this side of the box, because we pulled our 6 normal hollows as well as both the spirit and the full art. So moving on to the next side, we should have, I think, 6 more hollows in this side, any of which could potentially be bigger. We got ourselves an eye woolly out of this pack. We got kind of standard beyond that. Okay. And another Comagma. All right. Once again, standard beyond that. All right. Vipyro and an Abominable form, Morfrost. Again, that's a pretty solid hit to see. I do love the Morfrost deck here. There's one other deck in this that I absolutely love, but we will hopefully we'll be able to see its main card, so I can talk about it. But unfortunately, its main card is a holo, so it might be a little harder for me to see that. It would be Lockagon. Just so you guys know, Lockagon is my other favorite deck out of this. That, you know, like Lockagon and Morfrost are kind of my 2 favorite decks to kind of play around with this set, though I do strongly think that Thunder Nexus is the best deck in the set currently. We got a Corbrum for our rare on this one. All right, and we got another Glaciersa. Okay. It's funny that we're not seeing any of our hollows yet. I mixed them up, but I think I might have mixed them up too well, to be fair. All right, got Vipyro and Exalt Flare. Got standard beyond that. All right, Leviathan and Cryo Scorch. Okay, seriously, what the heck is going on? Where are all of our hollows for this side of the box? I'm kind of actually getting upset now, because I thought we mixed it up to where we were going to get a hollow every couple of packs, but now I'm starting to think we're getting screwed. Lycoris and Gigaflora, good hit for the binder, but again, not really seeing any of our other hollows. We're supposed to have 6 more in this side of the box, because it's supposed to be 12 hollows plus your hollow spirit plus a plus the full art. Okay, so we might be onto something here. I think it's any time we see the pack reversed. No, it's Corbrum. Unfortunate. If we just don't see hollows on the side, that is unfortunate. At the very least, we got to see our full art and our spirit before our box aired. Yeah, Corbrum, unfortunate. Vipyro and Arcturus, good rare, but actually getting a little bit upset now, unfortunately. It's okay. Rattless and another Abominable form. Okay, so at the very least, we got a playset of Abominable form out of this box, so pretty solid in that department. But we're down to 4 packs left, and we haven't seen any of the hollows we were supposed to see on this side of the box. So kind of getting unfortunate. Yeah, playset of Abominable is crazy. That's really good to see, but we were supposed to see 6 more hollows on this side of the box for our ratios to hit, and we haven't pulled a single hollow on this side. And once again, Ryserage kind of proving the point. I don't think we're getting a hollow on this side of the box, which is a little upsetting. Yeah, good grief. At the very least, we pulled a lot of hollows out of our blisters to kind of make up the difference, but yeah, oops, all rares, absolutely. Yeah, Polaracne. And the last one, Exalt Flare. No hollows out of that entire side of the box. That is a little bit tilting. It's okay. We've got an entire another box to go through. Hopefully we see some more hollows. Got ourselves another eye woolly. I think we've solved our playset issue. Our playset issue with that. Yeah, second box will surely have all of our missing hollows, right? I got Pyro, Comagma, and yep, standard beyond that. I will say I do like it better when the rare is in the back compared to the front, because like. So it's weird. Sometimes it's spirit, rare, everything else, and then sometimes it's everything else, rare, spirit. I don't know why, what causes the printing error on that, but regardless, where like it's interesting for sure. All right, Flare Mine, the Cryo Scorch. I'm starting to get a little worried. I understand I mix up the packs, so we don't know for sure, but I am starting to get a little bit worried that we're just straight up not gonna see hollows again. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be a little bit bummed. All in all. Okay. Okay, that makes up for it. We got our second copy of Lavalith. Okay, we're seeing hollows again, and that means we have a full playset of Lavaliths now. That makes up for it. That really does actually make up for it, because Lavalith currently is like the best hollow rare to pull out of this set. So glad to see it, and we got another Divine Blessing to round out our playset there to make it hollow. So we don't have to sleeve up the non-hollow one from the starter deck. That's nice to see. All right. Another Circle the Sky. Okay. Once again, not the greatest hollow hit to see, but still, it's a hollow hit. I'm glad we're seeing those now. I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit salty about the fact that was an entire 18 packs where we didn't see a single hollow. I was a little upset by that. Okay, so if I Pyro and Cryo Scorch. So I'm starting to notice that for most of these packs, if it's the Spirit and Rare in the front, there is no hollow. But if it's the Spirit and Rare in the back, it is. So like, this would be the hollow rare if my theory is correct. And it looks like my theory is correct there. So there's the Moss Station. I can't confirm it's not consistent. Yeah, I figured. But like, we also had a whole thing where we had packs like this and we just didn't see a hollow. But once again, there's another one. We got a Shiver Roar. This is awesome. We actually did not have a copy of Shiver Roar in our binder yet, so I'm really happy to see that, honestly. Glad we finally pulled a Shiver Roar. Right? Just jump to the end here. Pull Arachne, and then nothing big out of the rest. Alright, we got another Chains of Prometheus. Oh my gosh. This makes it our 8th. No, is it 8th or 9th hollow chains? Hold on, let me check. We got 1, 2 back there. This is our 9th hollow Chains of Prometheus. I mean, it's a great card, do not get me wrong. It's actually one of the more valuable pulls. I'd like something different. All right, and Corbrum. All right. And okay, there's our full art, and it is Keone. That is a beautiful full art to hit here. Probably one of the more useful ones in the long term, because that is our Frost Divine rune right there. Let's see here. Trying to just make sure we're keeping it even there. So Absolutely beautiful card right there. And there's our Hollow Spirit to follow it up, Arvi Pyro. That's very, very nice to see. Although I'm a little bit worried because last time we got the Hollow Spirit and the full art back to back like that, things didn't turn out so well. All right, and Brontaglow. This is actually our first copy of Brontaglow, so I'm happy to see that. Apparently, Brontaglow did actually kind of decent at the tournament this past weekend. I think it just barely eked out at top 16. Didn't quite make top 8, but still really nice to see. All right, and we've got Glacier out of this one. All right, we're moving on to the last stack. This is the last 16, I think. Hopefully we don't get completely screwed over and we actually do get our hollows out of this. Got Exalt Flare. We got Hibufin. It's actually our first Hibufin. I understand it's not the greatest hollow in the set, but good grief, I needed me a little boof in my life. He's boofing. Watch, I'm gonna roll up on one of these tournaments and just run a Hibufin deck. All right, I got Dracodoodle. Oh. All right, and we got Comagma. Just standard beyond that. Kind of starting to speed run a little bit on these. And we got a Moralith. That is our first copy of Moralith too. That is awesome to see. So he is, I think, the third and final of the liths. I think there's the Earth one, the Lavalith, and him, which is, I think that's right. I can't remember if there's another one. But he can be cast if your opponent has fewer Elestrals in the underworld than you do. So if you have more dumped off, very common to hit that with specifically with more Frost. So that's pretty easy to hit for a Frost deck. When you cast this Moralith, you have to send the top 5 cards of your deck to the underworld. So it's a 6 attacker that can come down basically early on if you already have more Elestrals in the underworld. So out of the group, it is definitely the least useful. So I understand kind of why people aren't playing him right now. But at the same time, he does seem like he has some use if we ever get like more and more Frost forms, for example. All right, another Polarachne. And speaking of more Frost, we got ourselves another copy of Terraform. That'll buff out buffs out the binder. But again, it is actually the only version of Morfrost that you do not really play. So it's kind of unfortunate. All right, got an Woolly out of that one. A couple more Indus forms though. That's kind of nice. Cryoscorch. Yeah, we're seeing a couple more of our Morfrost stuff, so it's nice. We should be able to build a full another entire Morfrost deck out of what we've got out of that. So got a second copy of Moralith. That's pretty good hit. Okay. Another copy of Flammomoth. Again, not a bad hit by any means, but I do have quite the number of Flammomoths at this point. Another copy of Terraform. At this point, we have overshot the amount that we needed for the binder. We got another Frostix. That's pretty good hit right there. We did need one more of that, so I'm really happy to see that. And another Brontaglow. That's also something we needed for the binder. I'm starting to see here. Hold up a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've had 17 holo hits, one of which is the full art and one of which is the holo spirit. So that means we've hit 15 holos out of this box. I get the feeling that this box had all of the holos that were missing from the other box. That's actually kind of funny. And there's a Vertilith kind of proving our point further. Okay, so we've made up our holo luck a good amount here. It's nice to see. Okay, the hits do just keep coming. What would really make the hits hit harder is if we got ourselves our first ever serialized stellar right in these next 2 packs. But I'm not holding my breath. It would be pretty cool though, wouldn't it? All right. Another Circle the Sky. Yeah, the hits do just keep on coming, don't they? All right, last pack. And we did pull what should have been one of our holo packs to the back on this box. So there is a pretty solid chance that this is a holo. So let's take a look at what we've got. And it's another Lavalith. What a finisher. This went from being a really sad set of boxes to being an absolutely incredible set by the end of it. I am very happy to see that. So let's lay out everything we got holo-wise out of this pull, because this has been incredible. I cannot complain. Absolutely cracked box for sure. No stellar, but like the fact that we got that many, we got 18 holos plus our full art plus our holo spirit out of that one box. So we had 20 hits out of our 36 packs. That is incredible. Those are all of our Frostfalls for holos. All in all, pretty successful. The fact that we got Keone was really cool. We got our Moraliths, we got a Shiverwar, we got to finish out our playset of Enfrostics. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Those are our Earth hits, kind of very very basic for our Earth hits, but all in all, still a really good turnout. Getting double Vertilith and double Moss Station's nice. Our fire hits, though, that's where the money shot is right there. We got 3 Lavaliths out of that, as well as 3 Chains of Prometheus and a Holo Vipyro. That is really good. That's a really good turnout when it comes to this particular setup. That was a really lucky hit getting the Lavaliths like that. Only water we got was the Stained Glass Majesty. It's very pretty regardless. For Thunders, we got ourselves 2 Bronticlo, which is nice. We got the promo Platypulse, and then we got a Holo Zaptor, which is also going to be really pretty. For Winds, Flammomoth loved us today because we got a full playset plus a full art, and then we got a Tornado and a Habufin. So all in all, that's pretty solid too. I knew I forgot one. We did get another Moss Station, so that's 3 Moss Station. We got a full playset. For the more staple ones, we got a triple Circle the Sky, we got a Holo Achilles, a Holo Lethe, and then double Holo Divine Blessing, which is all really cool. So with that said, let's get the binder up here and get that updated, shall we? Once again, I want to give a huge thank you to A-Drive and the Elestrals team for sending me this box. This has absolutely been a wonderful experience, and I absolutely love Elestrals as a game. If you haven't given them a look over yet, I would heavily suggest checking them out. The Elestriad is currently going on the main Elestrals channel, and that's actually got a bunch of my friends in there, so be sure to check that out. If you haven't, though, just give the game a look. There's currently a big grassroots movement to try and get this game into a bunch of local card shops shops, and quite frankly, this is a game that I think deserves the opportunity to flourish. So please give them a look, see if you can, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.